Assistant Professor in Chemical Engineering Department at LJ Institute of Engineering and Technology. The subject that we are going to continue is petroleum refining and petrochemicals. So in last lecture we studied about kerosene. Okay, what are the important properties tests which are associated with kerosene. So moving forward, we are going to our next fraction. So you can see this is the crude distillation unit. As we are going downwards, okay, towards the bottom part of it, your molecular weight of the product increases, hence its boiling point also increases, indicating that less volatile components are present over here. Now below gasoline, the fraction which we obtain is naphtha. Okay, the main use of naphtha is for making chemicals, okay, the petrochemicals. Naphtha is used in mostly for petrochemicals making. Okay, now why naphtha is not used as a fuel for transportation vehicles, okay, that we will study further. So what is naphtha? First of all, it is very highly volatile component and it falls in the boiling range of motor spirit. Here motor spirit, gasoline is also called as motor spirit. Okay, in few lectures ahead we studied about straight run gasoline. Okay, it is directly, it is the lightest form of naphtha, okay, which cannot be used directly as a fuel because it is property of paraffins that the flame propagation is very high. Okay, they are not able to ignite or combust in a controlled environment. Now what is the use of naphtha here? It is mainly used as solvent in paints, perfumes and other industries. Okay, moving forward, yes, it is not suitable for combustion because of rapid flame propagation. This we studied for straight run gasoline, straight run naphtha also, okay, which has highest amount of paraffins in it, okay, because it is not able to have a controlled flame propagation. It is dangerous to use in a vehicle because chances of heavy explosions are there. So yes, that was studied earlier also, that the octane number increasing trend, okay, how with different kind of hydrocarbons your octane number increases. The octane number is least for paraffins. It gradually increases as we increase the branching, right? So aromatics, it has the highest amount of, it is the highest value of octane number. Hence here also you can see why naphtha cannot be used as a transportation fuel, because it is rich in paraffins, hence its octane number is very less. How gasoline engine works we saw when we studied about gasoline also, that series of small explosion takes place, right? Now if we use directly naphtha, okay, then what happens is, because paraffins is highest in amount, right, so explosion, it is not in under your control. Because of rapid flame propagation, it is dangerous to use naphtha as a fuel. So let's see the composition of naphtha. Right, so let's see composition of naphtha. So you can see that the carbon ranges from C4 to C10, but the majority which is present is normal paraffin, isoparaffin. So you can see how concentration, composition of paraffin is highest, thus making it not suitable as a fuel, whereas naphthene and aromatics are very in less amount. So this is the composition of naphtha range. Now in crude distillation unit you get your straight run naphtha. Now this naphtha is again sent to naphtha splitter, where based on the volatility difference your naphtha is again splitted into different sections, right? So as we studied further also, naphtha which is rich in paraffin cannot be used directly as a fuel. So either it is sent to reformer sections so as to improve its octane number, or it is used directly as a blend, right? So we will see what are the different types of naphtha. So that was seen the naphtha carbon range in C4 to C10, right? But majority is C4 to C6. It is the majority composition of carbon which is present in naphtha. So yes, the boiling range in which you get your naphtha is up to 200 degrees Celsius. Now in naphtha splitter, based on the boiling points again, your naphtha is divided into three sections. It is light naphtha, middle cut naphtha and heavy cut naphtha. Okay, so this different naphtha streams, they have different compositions, okay, that we studied that in ASTM distillation also, the boiling range. So you can see based on the boiling range you have three different streams of naphtha. Now these naphtha, the composition would be different. Like in light naphtha, it would be rich in paraffins, okay, it would be rich in very high volatile components. Whereas talking about heavy naphtha, this fraction, okay, heavy naphtha would have fractions of less volatile components. So based on its fraction, based on the components present, it has different use. So let's start with the various kinds of naphtha. So the first type is light naphtha. So you can see this fraction boils below 100 degrees Celsius is called as light naphtha. So the hydrocarbons which are present in this light naphtha, they are generally paraffins, and its boiling point is below 100 degrees Celsius. So yes, aromatic content is almost negligible. It is not at all rich in aromatics. Hence we can say its octane number is very less, and so it cannot be used as a fuel, right? To use it as a fuel, octane number or cetane number must be there. But here paraffin is rich in amount, and it cannot be used in gasoline engine because chances of heavy explosion is possible. Flame propagation is not controlled, hence it is dangerous to use it as a directly as a fuel. You either have to blend it or you have to send this into reformer unit, such as certain reactions are carried out, certain transformations are done into this fraction, and octane number increases. So yes, what is the use of this blend? Now this fraction is used for isomerization and hydrogen generation unit. Then so you can see how light naphtha, okay, how into different series of reactors it is sent, it is isomerized. So see, isomerization reaction, what is it? It converts a normal paraffin into isoparaffin. We saw the trend in octane number increasing trend, right? So definitely the octane number of isoparaffin is more than paraffin. So it is one kind of reformer reaction, okay, isomerization. You are increasing the octane number by changing its molecular structure. So this way your light naphtha, it is sent to isomerization unit and you get your high octane isomerate. Moving forward is the middle cut naphtha. So simple, the fraction that boils between 100 degrees Celsius to 150 degrees Celsius is your middle cut naphtha. So you can see based on your boiling point, you have differentiated your naphtha streams. Now this cut is used as feed for catalytic reforming unit. We will study this in further process, okay, in next chapter, treatment process. So what is catalytic reforming, right? So when you are carrying out your reformer reaction using catalyst, that is called as catalytic reforming unit. So what is the use of this stream? It is used as a blend for gasoline, okay. A new blend, okay, you are mixing your gasoline with certain amount of middle cut naphtha so as to give you a desired gasoline which has good octane number also, good combustion property also, right? When we were studying about gasoline, we studied that about 41 types of gasoline types are produced. So how these 41 types are categorized, okay, on the basis of blend. So you can see middle cut naphtha is used as a blend. So let's talk about heavy cut naphtha. So this is the fraction which boils at temperature more than 150 degrees Celsius. Obviously it is boiling at, it is heavy, so hence high molecular weight hydrocarbons might be present in it. So you can see the composition is mainly of naphthenes and aromatics, right? Now again it is used as a feed for catalytic reforming unit. So what happens is the heavy molecules of naphthene and aromatics, here they are sent to catalytic reforming unit. It is now converting it into gasoline or it is increasing its octane number, okay. So you can see over here how your naphtha fractions are treated to get the high octane number gasoline, or you are converting your naphtha into gasoline, okay. So you can see heavy naphtha in hydrotreater section, heavy naphtha which is having low octane number, okay. Now it is sent to hydrotreater followed by a catalytic reformer, okay. Now if certain reformer reactions are done, like for example you can see you are using platinum as a catalyst. So here you are converting your cycloparaffins into aromatics, right, and the normal paraffins that might have been present, you are converting into isoparaffins. So this way you are increasing the octane number, right. So this is what is reforming reactions, okay. It is set up, as I told you earlier, it is set up certain reactions which is used to increase the octane number, okay. It is used to change the molecular structure of your existing hydrocarbon. Similar, so you can see what are the kind of reactions which are included in reforming section. So I am converting my isoparaffins into olefin, right. Similarly, isoparaffins has been converted into naphthene. In the second reaction, you can see cyclization is there. Okay, in the first reaction, dehydrogenation, you're converting your saturated bond into unsaturated. Okay, similarly, isomerization, you're converting your 5 carbon cycle into 6 carbon cycle, right? So that is isomerization. Similarly, you're converting a naphthene into aromatic, right? See, again here it is not to be confused that olefin that we discussed, olefin is not desirable. But see, for a particular blend, okay, when you have to increase the octane number, you're creating a blend up to a suitable limit, and then you're adding additives also. So at the end, the motor gasoline which you get in the market, it is a proper blend having a proportionate amount of all the components, like olefin is there, paraffins are there, naphthenes, aromatics. Okay, even though aromatics is not desirable, okay, it constitutes for smoke formation, but the limit is up to specified limit till it increases the octane number. It is not added in abundance when it is used, when it causes problem. Okay, so your blend is having proportionate amount of all the hydrocarbons, but here based on the octane number enrichment you are creating your blend. Similarly, we can relate that with naphtha also. Okay, your naphtha, it is either converted into gasoline using certain reactions, or it is reformed into high octane product, okay, which can be used as a combustion fuel. So now we saw in the uses of naphtha that is mainly used as a solvent. So let's see what are the important requirements. It is almost water white in color, it is non-corrosive in nature, your solvent, it must be highly stable. Of course, it is used as a solvent, so it must have high solvent power, okay, high solubility in it. It must have low boiling point, and it should be low acidic in nature. Okay, sometimes what happens when you are dealing with metals also, if it is acidic in nature, then problem of corrosion takes place. So it is important that low acidity should be there. So that was about the requirement of naphtha. Certain properties it must possess so as to act as a solvent. Now what are the applications of naphtha? So it is mainly used as a feedstock for producing high octane gasoline. Then it is used to make industrial solvents and cleaning fluids, okay, to make home cleaning fluid. Then as oil painting medium, then also as an ingredient in shoe polish, as an ingredient in some light fuels, as a coating for elemental lithium metal to prevent oxidation. So we saw these are the certain applications of naphtha. Also as a fuel in gas turbine unit. These were certain applications of naphtha. With this we complete our topic, that is of naphtha. So you saw what are the different kinds of naphtha, okay, light, middle, heavy cut naphtha based on the boiling point, but the major use of naphtha is to convert it into high octane gasoline by treating it into certain reformer reactions, okay, via certain reformer reactions. What are the reformer reactions we saw? Dehydrogenation, cyclization, aromatization, polymerization, isomerization. Okay, so conducting this series of certain reactions, we convert our naphtha into high octane gasoline. Or it can be used as a blend also to create a good octane gasoline, but naphtha cannot be used as a fuel straight alone, okay, light straight run naphtha, it cannot be used directly as a combustion fuel because of its high amount of paraffins, which causes rapid flame propagation, and it is dangerous to use because it can cause heavy explosions. Okay, so that was for today's lecture. Thank you.